is attending, or attended rather, the Prasa briefing in Pretoria. Liabo, very good morning to you and welcome. Now, we've just heard the Prasa chair, Popo Molefe, saying that they are considering legal action against those who have been fingered by the public protector. Could Lucky Montana be on that list?
Good morning, Elvis. Yes, you are right that the board chairman, Popo Molefe, has said that legal action will be instituted against those who are found to be guilty with regards to mismanagement of funds and who were also part of the tender irregularities that took place here at Prasa. Unfortunately, he would not be drawn into confirming if Lucky Montana would be one of those. He just said, look, I will not mention any names, but all I do know is that whoever is implicated here can expect that a legal process or a disciplinary action will be taken against them.
Now, the public protector's report is being looked at, and they will indicate of addressing the issues that the public protector has found. But what are some of the salient features of the media briefing that came out for you?
Yes, well, I suppose the fact that they'll be asking the National Treasury to second a chief procurement officer to Prasa to come and look into the supply chain management of Prasa is quite an important step, because remember, most of the allegations that we have found or that the public protector has found have to do with supply chain management of Prasa, that it was not followed, and in some instances that Prasa itself contravened those rules or the supply chain management rules that it itself had instituted, or rather has in the company. There's also the issue of the one employee who used to be the head of the head of train procurement, or the chief engineering, who we all know that was implicated with regards to not having proper qualifications. The most important thing that came out of there is that all the Prasa employees will now be subject to a verification or qualifications verifications audit. Mr. Molefe also mentioned that they've already found another employee who claimed to have a doctorate, and but it looks like the employee came forward to say that unfortunately what I said about having a doctorate is not true. Therefore, that employee has been suspended or is facing disciplinary action. So those two, I suppose, Elvis, are the most important that give sort of way to where Prasa is going, or what the board wants to do with the findings of the public protector.
Now, on that qualification audit verification, did Molefe mention exactly when that process is going to be implemented?
Unfortunately, he did not allude to the dates when, but I got the sense that it's something that they're working on, and it's something that will be happening quite soon.
Now, the Chief Procurement Officer at the National Treasury, which is going to be seconded to Prasa, how is that expected to help the process along, you think?
It's interesting that you should ask that, Elvis, because he did not detail much on how that's going to work. But it's understood that you obviously have a chief procurement officer from the National Treasury who will come to Prasa and will look into their own supply chain management policy or rules, and look as if there are loopholes in those management rules, and if they can be closed, if they can be reworked, if they can be relooked, so that they confirm or they confine with the Public Finances Management Act, or the Section 51 of the Constitution. So we're hoping that we'll have more information. They did, during the press briefing, mention that in the weeks to come, or in the days to come, they will be briefing the media once again regarding the steps about what will be taking place, what has happened, what the progress is.
You mentioned at the end of that press conference about the attempt on his life. Anything else that came out of that one?
I'm afraid, I beg your pardon, could please repeat the question?
Popo Molefe also mentioned the attempt on his life, or is anything else that came out of that particular remark that he made at the end of the press conference?
Yes, yes. Some of the colleagues actually did ask about that, and he still maintains that he still believes that there are valid threats or attempts on his safety, and he's still looking into it. He would not once again be drawn into more details regarding that, but he did confirm to us that he believes that he's got a very valid case with regards to the attempts on his life.
Liabo, thank you so much for that update. That was Liabo Setho, a reporter at the Prasa press briefing a little earlier this morning.